Welcome to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Running pattern to Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Where we bring you the best in sports, entertainment, and insight. Join us every weekday from 2 to 4 p.m. as we break down the latest games, analyze the biggest plays, and dive into the hottest topics in sports. We'll have exclusive interviews with your favorite athletes and guests, and you'll get a front row seat to all the action. So tune in to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Got one-on-one going end zone. Edwards in the air. Oh, what a catch by Braylon Edwards. His second touchdown of the game.
On the Woodward Sports Network, where sports comes to life.
Welcome into the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep. I'm your host, Braylon Edwards. Excited to be here. Weather's not as nice as it was yesterday, the day before, but you know what? We're live.
You must have gotten your car washed.
No.
Well, see, you get your car washed, and automatically what happens? It rains.
Once I get my car back is when I'm going to start washing again. I'm tired of washing rental cars. Once I get my whip back, which should be tomorrow or Wednesday.
What happened?
You said what?
We didn't hear that story. What happened to your car?
Well, you know I haven't had my car in a while. Don't try to put my business out there.
Well, I thought maybe you could have 3 or 4 cars. I don't know
I
your
don't do
business.
that. That's stupid.
Yeah.
No, I don't need to do that.
I don't know. I haven't seen your truck, but sometimes people have more than one car. Maybe you would just want to show yourself off a little bit.
Nah. I got rear-ended by an idiot, and the rest is history.
Okay.
But when you work with good people like I do, they're not a sponsor, so I won't mention your name, but they used to be.
Okay.
Shout out to those guys.
Well,
take
hey,
care
listen,
of me.
you can shout them out, man. I mean, they're good people. Absolutely.
Shout out, I got Tim over there, Randy Wise.
There we go. Thank you, Randy.
Appreciate
Thank you,
that,
Tim.
man.
That's good
It's
stuff.
still things moving in NFL.
No, Tim
another
is cool.
day.
Tim is
Another
cool.
move.
It's getting closer.
What's up,
It's getting
Kool-Aid? What's up,
closer.
B-Lad in the
going
audio
on?
booth?
What
It's
up,
getting
though? What
close.
up, though?
It is. I mean, I think this is the people starting to move to the edge of the seat time because they see other teams doing stuff and your team's not, and you're getting a little
Like, do
antsy,
something.
right? You want the
Do a
if
thing.
you're at Cedar Point, you want the ride to start. So your knee is twitching just a little bit. I think that's how Lions fans are right now.
This is where I'm at with it, okay?
Yeah.
Like, I understand that there's still time. So, I mean, we've been saying what we want to happen, what needs to happen, what's not happening, what wasn't a good situation. And I agree in all those phases, whether it's the fans or whether it's us. Now we got to take a beat and see what might happen for them because they have to make a move. Because I say that to say this. It's not like just moves are being made. It's not like, hey, well, this team went out and cried that player. We don't necessarily know how that's going to work for them. Oh, they got this player. Okay. People are making moves that matter to the squads. Now, you look at a Trent McDuffie move. That move has the Los Angeles Rams exactly where they want to be.
Oh, they just parked their car in the first spot.
The Buffalo Bills, we have been saying this for 4 years now. They do not have a number one wide receiver. Is he a number one wide receiver? Talking about DJ Moore to the tune of A.J. Brown or those numbers, or Amon-Ra St. Brown? No. Is he a number one wide receiver in terms of being clutch, can make the plays, you know what you're going to get from him, and having a quarterback like Josh Allen make him better? You're damn right. This helps the Buffalo Bills, and by effect also helps the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, because Chicago got a second-round pick out of that.
They also,
Which isn't a bad deal at all, I don't think.
oh, Shep, they also cleared $12 million off the books. So now their net 16.5 cap they saved this year.
Okay.
On moving DJ. He was a 28 cap hit. They move off from 12, and now they have 16.8.
They need a center because
They
their
need-
center retired at age 27.
So it's funny you say that. Obviously, people are talking about what name keeps coming up to Chicago Bears, maybe Max Crosby. That's a name that comes up. They need a center, right? Drew Dahlman's gone.
Correct.
The offensive line is what they did great last year, right?
It's very similar to the recipe to what the Lions' success was the year before.
What's the guy that everybody's looking for in the center market?
Well, most people want Tyler Linderbaum, who I think is a good center. I don't think he's the best center in the NFL. He's the best center available, they say. Is he $22 million worth of that kind of player? Not to me, he's not. But that's the name. Maybe you're thinking of a different name.
No, I'm thinking of that name.
Okay.
We've been talking about getting him here. We've been talking about the center position, a couple other teams. What if now Chicago Bears are rewiring some things so they can go out and get Tyler
That
Linderbaum?
wouldn't put it past me.
No.
I wouldn't be surprised at that at all.
Just thoughts.
Think of if Max. So let's just say if Max Crosby did go to Chicago. Think of the defensive. Well, I know that upsets your stomach. Think of the
Couldn't get
defense.
past that
Think of the
thought.
defensive ends in this division. Aiden Hutchinson, Micah Parsons, Max Crosby. That's nasty.
It's a scary trio.
That's a scary trio.
Everybody keeps clamoring for Max Crosby here, and I think it's because he went to Eastern and because he mentioned the Detroit Lions the last 2 seasons. Hey, man, it would be great to play for Dan Campbell Lions. Now everybody's enamored with him. Look, he's a baller. He is a hellified player. He is a man's man on that field. He plays the pass. He plays the rush.
Love him.
He does all the things. He plays to the whistle. He's a damn good player. You already have one of those type players in your team in Aiden Hutchinson. 100%. So the love affair with Max Crosby, although I understand it, like, let's be realistic, people. 1, you're not going to get him. 2, you don't need him because you have so many other pressing matters, and those bills are coming due. Those bills are coming due. One of the biggest things we need right now is people to restructure just to go out and get the smaller things we need.
Yeah.
So that's
So you would say they need him. That's just not their number one priority. Is that fair to say? I mean, anybody could use him.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying. What team in the NFL has had 2 defensive ends that were 1A, 1B
Houston.
going throughout the season? Okay, they finished 4 and 5.
Green
but
Bay.
How they win the court? No, because Rashawn Gary is not a 1. Like, in the sense, I'm talking about elite. Aiden Hutchinson's considered a guy that's going to win Defensive Player of the Year. Myles Garrett is Defensive Player of the Year. T.J. Watt and Max Crosby's in that list with them. Name another team that has 2 of those guys on the same team. They don't.
Yeah, they don't. I don't. Maybe even Danielle Hunter isn't part of
he's a
that.
really
So
good
maybe
player.
Houston. I said Houston too quickly, but I would say it's not that they don't need him. It's just that it's in the pecking order of high value players. He wouldn't be at the top.
So that means you don't need him.
Okay. But they do need a defensive end, for crying out loud. They need somebody.
But you need a defensive end. You don't need a $40 million defensive end.
Correct. But a defensive end, look, they had a couple of defensive ends last year. How'd that work out for them? Not great. They need somebody to be able to.
You're absolutely correct. But how did that DB situation work out for them? How did the lack of safety work out for them last
That's
year?
why
How
I say
did
the priority would be lower.
Which means you don't need. The way I look at need and necessity is we need this right now. If we don't have this, we can't function. You can function very much without a Max Crosby. You had 11 sacks last year by El Qadim Muhammad. I'm not saying stick with him.
I know.
But you got 11 sacks by him last year. You don't need a Max Crosby. You want a Max Crosby.
I want a Max Crosby for a number of different reasons. I do agree.
I want it now.
I do.
You're
agree
right,
with
Bray,
you.
but
I do agree with you. But here's why I want it. I've told you he plays 94% of the snaps. He's really good against the run. He's really good against the pass. He deflects passes. He makes your secondary better. But I do agree with you. If you told me right now that money no object. And you would bring in Max Crosby, or you would sign the number 1 center or the number 1 corner, I would take the latter.
I'm not shooting this shot at anybody in the Detroit Lions. I understand exactly what you mean by that. You could have done that 2 years ago. You could have done that 1 year ago when the money was different, when you wanted to make a swing, when your team was still intact more. See, now the team's not intact more. Now there are too many glaring situations that you need. There's just too many of them. You can't afford them anymore. You could have took that chance on Max Crosby 2 years ago and then dealt with it by 2026. You could have took that chance last year and dealt with it by a chance this offseason happened. But now it's so much other things we need. Max Crosby is like he's like the unicorn. It ain't happening.
Yeah, quite honestly, you could have done that in 2019. He was a 3rd-round draft pick, and he was in your backyard, and you chose not to. Okay,
Tricia, different regime.
I know, but those scouts. I mean, idiots, flat out idiots.
They got fired. That's why I'm not putting anything.
Exactly
on
right. Yeah, I'm just saying, if you're a team, those are some of the things that you can't. If you're a fan base, you can't help think about it. I don't know if people truly look at it and go, "Well, Max Crosby went to Eastern Michigan." How many people know who went to Eastern Michigan? I didn't want Charlie Batch because he went to Eastern. I wanted Charlie Batch because I thought he was a good player.
I'm not just saying it as it relates to the Eastern Michigan, Shep. What I am saying is when people like Detroit Lions, like the Detroit Pistons, like the Detroit Tigers, like the Red Wings, the fan base in tune, they like those players. So when Max Crosby comes out 2 years ago and he makes the comment, man, I love Dan Campbell. I love what those Detroit Lions are doing. Now you look and see, oh, man, he played with T.J. Lang.
Man, he's from Lapeer.
He's right up the road.
Yeah,
he's giving money to.
I see what you're saying.
He's giving money to Eastern so that they can do some things in NIL. I want that guy. He's a Detroit guy.
Yeah, he's a Detroit
That's
guy.
more so like
that.
that.
You're 100% right about that. When he comes out.
And he's a monster.
And when somebody asks him on a podcast, what's the one team you'd like to play for if not the Raiders? And he says, without hesitation.
Every time.
Okay? He didn't think about it. He's not me at a restaurant going, what do I want on the menu? He says Detroit right away.
Yeah.
And that makes all of us feel really warm inside. And we love it. And we want people who like us, period.
Also, too, Max said the same thing Hassan Reddick said 3 years ago. I ain't playing unless I get an extension.
Right.
And I use ain't because that's what he said.
Yeah.
So
Didn't work out for Hassan Reddick. It did work out for Max Crosby. Yeah. Amen to that. Of course, we've also seen Myles Garrett say, I want to get traded. Oh, now you're going to give me more money? I think I'll stay.
I'm just saying, like, if you're going to bring in Max Crosby, you will be paying that bill. And then, oh, by the way, guess who's up next year? Aiden Hutchinson. So you'll be paying that bill, too.
No, Aiden Hutchinson already signed that extension.
I mean, excuse me, you already pay him, but it starts.
But it starts.
It starts next season. My apologies.
Big money. No doubt. But it is interesting.
$40 million type money.
I think it also adds to the angst of Lions fans as Detroit sports fans. And if you know what I mean by that, it's, boy, look at all these other teams in whatever sport doing something, and my team isn't. I don't care if it's the Red Wings. I don't care if it's the Pistons. I don't care if it's the Lions and the Tigers with Framber Valdez, I suppose, should suffice. But right now, that's what people are seeing. They're seeing the NHL trade deadline and people being moved. They saw the NBA trade deadline and people being moved to improve these teams. Yeah. I'm not talking about the last 10 teams in the NBA that are currently on a 44-game losing streak combined. Okay, I'm talking about.
Although Charlotte finally they won one.
Charlotte's been playing really good ball.
Yeah.
Did you notice that? I mean, they're the 9 seed. They've been playing really good ball.
They've been trying to figure out who they want to start at point guard. Is it Con Knipp or is it LaMelo Ball? They've been going back and forth.
Yeah. I'll tell you, man. I'm really impressed with them.
Con Knipp.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm impressed with Charlotte and what they've done as of late. They've got some. I'm not saying that the Pistons would be worried. I don't think the Pistons would meet them because they're going to move up. But I saw a stat. Their starting lineup of Ball, Knippel, Miller, Bridges, and Diabate are 20-2 this year. Okay,
like going into
they just beat Boston by 29 points in Boston. Like opened up a can, took the belt out, whipped them, and said, "Now you're going to run a lap and come back for more." It was amazing.
After the first 15, 20 games, I remember coming on the show and being like, "That Charlotte team, they're weird." Because they'll legitimately they'll beat the Pistons or beat the Spurs or beat OKC and they'll come back and lose to the Wizards.
Yeah.
Like that's what they were doing earlier in the season. But now they're putting a little bit more together.
Yeah, they've won 6 in a row.
Yeah.
And they are 16-3 in their last 19 games. And before you say that doesn't make any sense with 20-2, no, we're talking about a certain starting lineup.
Yeah.
Okay, so that certain starting lineup that they have Ball and Knippel on the floor at the same time to start the game anyway has been really productive.
Shep, you asked me something in the beginning of the weekend. It's Thursday. Forgive me. We're just now getting to it. Best sports month. Is that something you asked me? What is the best sports month this year?
Yeah. What do you think it is? This is. Everyone's excited for, the conference tournaments are coming up, and then, of course, this is March Madness. You've got spring training going on. You are in the thick of the NBA and the NHL seasons. Is this the best month of the year or the best time of the year, do you think?
It's a fun time of the year. If you're talking time of the year, you definitely slide February into March as well. February, there's some things. There's a Super Bowl that happens in February, the Combine, my birthday, All-Star game. You got to slide it in there because my birthday always was right there with NBA All-Star Weekend. So they kind of went one and the same. And then you tie in what March is and what March is going to be. It's a really good time. Just for me, though, months, I think it will always be on a regular year. It's always October.
Yep.
October is the one where you get the World Series, but you get all 4 in 1 month. Yep. College football is starting to heat up, if you will. You start to get some of the bigger rivals in the conference, not necessarily the rival, but some of the bigger rivals. You'll get those in October. Basketball starts, although I'm not watching it. Basketball starts up as well. Plus, it's the Fall Classic, man. Like it's the stuff of dreams.
You're covering all your bases.
100%.
You're right about that.
But if you're talking about this year, man, I'm going with June. You got World Cup. FIFA is actually here on United States soil. 2 rounds, if you will, LA, actually 3, 2, LA, Seattle. You have Wimbledon, you have the U.S. Open, you have the Stanley Cup Finals, the NBA Finals, and there's 2 more I missed, the NBA Draft, and if you're in the WNBA season starts as well. I mentioned that one last, but Why are you laughing, Shep? You don't watch the WNBA, Shep?
You're going to sell me on WNBA and FIFA? Is that what you're doing?
It's the number 1 sport in the world, like legitimately.
I'm not in the world. I'm in the United States. I'm
okay, they're going to watch it here too, and the numbers will be higher than they were for the Super Bowl. So when I'm telling you what the sports month
Do
is,
you think the numbers in the United States of America
yes,
will be higher than the Super Bowl?
yeah,
Not the world. I'm talking about just the U.S.
because it's not just one event. So you get 3, so it's round, so it's added.
So you're going to take 3 games, is what your three events,
Yeah.
3 FIFA events compared to 1 Super Bowl event.
I'm just telling you what the numbers are. That's all.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, you don't get 3 Super Bowls, but you get 3
Right.
MLS games. I mean, excuse me, you get 3 World
Yeah.
games.
So
You skipped everything else too, by the way, though, and you just attacked the 2 you didn't like.
that's correct.
Yeah, gotcha.
That's how arguments usually happen. I was just going to say, all the other ones, you got me.
Right.
Okay. Those 2 are not selling me. Sorry about that, Cam. You're not convincing me that it's the best month because of those 2.
But I said that the
I
best
know you
month
did.
is October.
Right.
I said
I know.
this particular.
That's why I
year.
say, yeah. So I like the October. Originally, I thought January, and I thought it because I'm getting college football playoffs.
National
I'm
championship.
getting National Football League playoffs. I'm still getting the NHL. I'm still getting the NBA. I'm still getting college basketball. I'm still getting, I'll use your equivalent, college hockey. I'm not getting baseball. Your October covers everything.
Yeah.
That's why October probably beats my argument of sometime in January. I just love that feel of divisional championship football, college football playoffs.
Fair.
It's going to get bigger now. Hell, that might start in August, for crying out loud. And then, turning that calendar and getting into really geared up hockey and basketball feeling.
Let me push back on your argument. Do you even like the 12 teams in the college football playoff?
I do not.
So are you really mentioning that? Are you really enjoying those playoff games, or are you mentioning it because it's college football?
I'm
And it's leading us to the national championship.
Yeah, I'm mentioning it because it's college football and it's supposed to be better football games.
I didn't watch, but like, if I'm being honest, I don't know how many quarters I logged in this 12-game playoff series. It just wasn't entertaining. It just didn't do it for me. Shoot, the one game we were at pickleball playing.
That's right.
And that was a big game. Was that Indiana and Oregon?
Yeah, but we took a break and watched a little bit of it.
Keyword, a little bit. It was a blowout. It wasn't anything to watch.
I watched as much as I
Yeah.
could possibly consume because even though I don't like the 12-team playoff, I do like good college football games. And I wanted to see, let's face it, a little bit of a peek of a guy who might be wearing a Detroit Lions uniform someday. Kool-Aid, what's the best month of the year for you? Sports view watching. Okay? Not talking about wifey's birthday or anything like that.
Yeah. Look, I was sitting here, and generally I like the
Kate's birthday?
start of basketball season. When is Kate's birthday, actually?
Oh, my God. That's so funny.
But look, usually
Kool-Aid's got wifey's birthday and Kate Cunningham. September 25th is his birthday. September is my favorite month.
Look, I won't say wifey's birthday, but I will find a way to get her some love too. April is our anniversary.
It's a good
This
month.
is
The
becoming
Masters.
Yeah.
it's becoming a month that I like because you got, if the Pistons and Red Wings are going to be good now and making the playoffs,
Playoffs
you got
start.
real basketball and real hockey with real stakes, and
Final
you got
Four.
Tigers starting as well. Final Four, summertime, grilling. Just on the cusp of spring with summer coming. I'm stressing.
Summertime.
It's Michigan
Springtime.
summer. Michigan
Springtime,
summer.
yeah.
60 degrees.
You're not putting the boat in the water just yet.
Yes. Summer in Michigan ain't happening until like June 30th.
And it's over August 30th.
I used to like October, November time frame, basketball coming into play, football is in play as well. But for some
Big golf
reason,
events at the end, yep.
yeah, I'm looking forward to how dope, that our sports district could be if both teams make the playoffs downtown. I just think that could be real hype, especially with the hype of a Tigers team that's supposed to be improving.
How about that combo audio booth? What's the best month?
Isn't FedEx Cup in October as well? You know, I love
Is it
some
October or
golf.
is it September?
It's
Yeah, it's pretty close.
right there,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
right there. Good one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with those fall months, September, October.
Yeah.
It's just in the air, baby. Football, it's swinging out. Like, I mean, coming from
That's
a
true.
You
former
must be a
like
football player.
It's a different kind of atmosphere. Like, you can genuinely feel it.
I
you know?
agree with that.
So-
I don't think there's maybe opening day, maybe summer, maybe the first day of summer, opening day, some type of baseball game. But I don't think when the leaves start to fall, and
You know it's game time.
You know
gonna make a comment.
that football is something else, man. There's a different feeling for that.
There is.
Yeah.
I was listening to your excitement, and it kind of channeled the excitement of that month, of that time. October is the only month that you can smell.
That's
'Cause
true.
you can smell football.
I would agree with that.
Smell the end of baseball season. You can smell as soon as you start talking, I was like,
That's a good one.
I can smell it.
Yeah.
You could you can feel
Chili,
it. It's there.
popcorn,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
all the. Ugh.
Yeah,
Just what
I
the
would
air
agree.
is like.
I would say that for a
Warm
month,
air, yeah.
absolutely. October, when I walk into a baseball stadium, I smell baseball. I mean, there's something
Beer,
about it.
Rots.
Yeah,
Like
and the
the
glove
grime.
and the pine tar. I mean, I love that smell.
You got to be close to the action to smell that, though.
Yeah. People would look at me kind of weird because I would see a glove in the dugout and I would grab it and I'd just go, I just smell it like that because I love that smell of a baseball glove leather. It's, oh my God, it's awesome. And people would be looking at me like, what the hell is wrong with you?
That reminded me of like Eddie Murphy stand-up from back in the day. He was like, man, you like a little kid fart in the bathtub and laugh at it.
Top 5 smells of sports.
Pop the bubbles.
I love that.
Got off the rails a little
I
bit.
saw something late last night. Eddie Murphy or Kevin Hart, who's funnier?
It's like, what? First of all, I'm not even answering that. To answer that is disrespectful.
Okay.
Like that's offensive. Like Eddie's the greatest of all time.
Okay. I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, no, it's funny that they asked that question. Kevin Hart's like the goofy guy. That,
He is, but he's got a fun personality. He does.
he's funny when he's just being himself. Like when he does movies, to me, he's not funny. Like when he does stand-ups, like his material's all recycled from years and years ago.
Mm-hmm.
When he's just doing interviews and he's just him, like the Ice Challenge stuff,
Yeah.
or like interviews with The Rock when they're like promoing things, him as Kevin Hart is funny as hell.
Yeah.
But the acting and on stage and
His commercials with LeBron James are pretty funny.
but that's him.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah. So he can be funny. I
Yes,
guess
he's a
is
funny
the
person.
point. Maybe a better matchup would have been Eddie Murphy or Richard Pryor.
Yeah,
But
no,
I don't
that
know.
one right there is a heavyweight fight.
Now that'll make you start to think a little bit. Okay, listen, we got to take a quick time out. When we come back, Amon-Ra St. Brown on some recent Lions news and some other NFL trends. Plus, we've got rapid fire with Braylon coming up too here on the Braylon Edwards Show on Woodward Sports. After this, from Ven Johnson and Art and Jakes.
VENFights.com. That's where you go to get the fighter in the game. Ben Johnson Law, let him represent you. When you got something going on, make him the first call, not the second, not the third. Ben Johnson is the fighter, and he wants to fight for you. Whether it's a settlement or it's a verdict, they're going to get everything you need. They're going to get you the right results because they are the fighters, and they do it the right way.
Art and Jake's is it's such a cool place. There's 6 different locations, and it's got such good food, and it's got 22 different beers on tap. It's so you're never going to go hungry. You're never going to go thirsty. But probably what makes it better than anything else are the people and how they get involved in the community. Like they're a premier sponsor of the Romeo Lions Club St. Baldrick's Festival, and that's happening a week from this Saturday, March 14th in downtown Romeo. An incredible event where people are trying to fund childhood cancer research. How can you get involved? Easy. Go to an Art and Jake store, one of 6 locations throughout the area, or go to romeosb.com, or just scan that QR code right there on your screen. That'll make it really easy for you. Okay.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Big injuries, big news. 12 Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shaq Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
To any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week, walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Like a frostbite straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, it's a ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill sub-zero, icy and true. Feel the chill, it's all for you. It's not magic, just science play. Chill sub-zero.
WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com. You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
Home of no judgment. There's no judgment here, so you come on in, you march to the beat of your own drum. Also at Planet Fitness, we want to start new routines, new journeys, as well as we want to continue journeys of people that have already got them going. Over 50 metropolitan Detroit locations. It is the gym for you. Come on down, pump some iron, man. Make yourself feel good. But also, there's no judgment, so you can march to the beat of your own drum. We'll see you soon.
And when you're ready to relax, Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea will take that edge off. Nice and relaxing. Oh, man, it's so good. It is real vodka, real iced tea, no bubbles. It's a clean, crisp sip. And, folks, it is only 100 calories. So that means you can drink more. This season, let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser Vodka and Woodward Sports, but please drink responsibly.
Man, we back.
Hey, I want to ask you a few things about the NFL real quick, but I don't know how much you guys got involved last night. Last night I was watching Red Wings and OKC in New York.
Okay.
So I want your thoughts on two things. First of all, there was a time Detroit last night was on a power play. Dylan Larkin's in front of the crease. He's right on the ladies' tees, okay, right there between the circles. And he gets cross-checked by Braden McNabb. And everybody wants to know how the hell that wasn't called, which I agree with. I mean, it should have a cross-check that sent him literally reeling and then head into the back of another Las Vegas player. I want to know, more importantly, why his teammates stood there and watched. And if you're the player, not that you're holding it against him and you're not sending him Christmas cards, but isn't there a part of you when you're watching the film at some point looking around going, where is everybody? He's the captain of the team. He's the heart and soul of the team. He is one of the toughest hombres you have, actually came back after getting injured. He's your face of your franchise. He's getting wrecked, and everybody else stands around and says, "Are you okay?" What the hell is that? A couple of days ago, you've got a guy on your blue line who's telling everybody, I watch the Pistons, and they play with that edge. And I was telling everybody, we should do the same. This is Simon Edvinson, by the way.
Yep.
We should do the same. Then they see their captain get cross-checked, and they stand around picking their nose like they're waiting for the ring bell. Right?
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I don't get it. So that pissed me off. And then you watch OKC and the Knicks, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is getting closer and closer to Luka Doncic territory for me, where every shot he takes is off balance, and he's twisting his way like he's playing the game Twister. Remember?
Throwing his head back
in college? Yeah. It's ridiculous. Everything's like this.
Yeah. What do he do, son?
He has a spasm every time he takes a shot.
Show me what Shai does, bro. You got to do it for the people.
Am I wrong?
You got to do it one more time.
He's got a spasm every single time. His legs go out. He's like a frogger. Anyway.
No lies.
I mean, it's one of those things. The game is gone that way, and I think now that he's understanding of what he's receiving due to winning MVP, due to winning the finals, and the calls that he's allowed to get, he's just taking advantage. You know, I think he's just the next person in line and manipulating the system. And guys are gonna They're gonna continue to push that line. How much can I get away with?
Yeah.
Like, will they call this? Will they call that? And it sucks because he was a player that wasn't necessarily like that 2 years ago.
That's right.
Maybe even halfway through last season, but. When you're on that level, and I can't say I wouldn't do the same thing, but it does suck.
Mike Brown called him out last night, for what it's worth.
Yeah.
I don't know how much weight that carries. He is in New York, but he did say he does a really good job of baiting the referees or convincing the referees that, I just got fouled.
If I was SGA, I would have had a field day with that comment.
Because of Jalen Brunson?
No, I just like, how does this guy have a job?
Fair is fair.
Pipe down.
Also, Michael Ware gives Shep a solid A for his Shai flop impersonation.
I think we should you just the last 2 days, yesterday and today. Yesterday was Luka, today is SGA, as well as the let me comment about what you said,
Please.
Dylan Larkin.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't watch the game. I didn't see the moment, but I don't care. At the end of the day, when our guy goes down, I don't care if he's wearing a C on his chest. When our guys goes down, we're around and we're surrounded, and we got to see what's up. Like, we need to check the temperature.
Hey, talk to
Amen.
If the guy with the C on his chest goes down and you can't have his back, it says a lot about you. And I don't really want to make the comments in what I feel about you if that's the case. Need to see how this plays out. But that toughness, if that's what it is, or lack of, that's not good. That's
Facts,
not
and that
good.
looked blatant too.
Yeah.
Last night for
Yeah,
sure.
that's sure.
I was surprised. I was like, come
In
on.
the words of Mickey Redmond, that's a BC two-hander this way.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of that way.
It was blatant.
Especially on some of the hockey that we grew up on, like the eras where I was really dialed in. You knew those
But-
types of hits. We knew what was about to happen.
Everybody was about to get some action. Like, 'cause at the end of the day, if I can't get down to where you are, I'm looking at my guy like, you better not be looking over there.
Amen.
Like, you and I, you stay here, I stay here. You go that way, I'm going to deck you.
Facts.
100%. But just getting back to it with your segment, we got to do something on Tell Them Why You Mad. Like, we can do it once a week. We can set it up. You can just come up with 5 things. I know other people do it, is what it is. Mad Dog's crazy stuff does it, but they're doing it for clicks and likes. You legitimately have gripes.
Yeah,
I
do.
want to set you in motion.
First of all, let me apologize. I don't want to come off as an angry man.
It's not angry man.
It's just
tell them why you're mad.
It's just when people start to bring up MVP.
Yeah.
And they bring his name into it. I think he's a good player.
Yep.
This has nothing to do with his skill set. I don't think he needs to do what he's doing.
Nope.
That's my problem. And you're right.
Yeah.
He's taking advantage of the system.
He is.
Let me know when our guy does it. And I'll call him out too.
Right.
Okay? I have no problem with that. You shouldn't either. If this disrupts your stomach and infuriates you because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander does it, or LeBron James looks like, he just got Harvey Oswald,
Right.
then
Well, he's like 42.
Yeah, it should bother you. It should bother you that if Cade Cunningham does it. I haven't seen Cade. I mean, look, Kool-Aid's closer to him. Have you seen that at all this year?
Well, the difference,
Am I missing?
The difference is he's not going to get away with it because, 1, he hasn't won MVP, or 2, he hasn't gotten to a finals or won one yet.
Okay.
So that type of
could be, yeah.
that type of manipulation, unless you're James Harden, that type of manipulation That comes with that type of
Zing.
resume.
I love that
100%.
late zing, unless it's and then
Because it's fair.
continues
It's
on.
fair.
It is. I know.
It is fair.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
You know, he's like averaging 13 points in his last 4 games, 7 closeouts.
I did not know that.
Like James.
Yeah, it's
Like, what do
you got to be better.
The one for the 76ers was embarrassing. He had like the 40-point game and everybody got excited. Said Harden's back. Then he had like 9, and then he had like 12.
It's too much partying the night before, maybe.
You know, hey, look, he liked them strippers.
We're not doing rapid fire. We're not doing rapid fire here, but I do want to get your thoughts on something. There's a belief that A.J. Brown is headed from Philly to New England for Austin Hooper, a first-round pick, and I believe a 4th or a 5th.
Yeah.
So it'd be 2
that sounds
picks,
correct.
2 picks and a player for, a Patriots team that just lost Stephon Diggs or waived Stephon Diggs, brings in a guy like A.J. Brown to help out Drake May. Initial thoughts on something like that?
I love it. Like, you can't get me to hate A.J. Brown. Like, I think he is one of the elite receivers in this league. You see what he did as soon as he got to Philly. They went to the Super Bowl, and he balled in the Super Bowl. Through 2 years later, they come back. He balls in the Super Bowl again. Yeah, last year was another weird year for him and Jalen Hurts and the Eagles and all that. I think that's more of a Nick Sirianni and Philadelphia Eagles problem than A.J. Brown. Now, you put him with a young Drake May. Drake May's got a guy that I know can go out there, help lead that team, be there day to day, and it won't be any off-field distractions keeping him away from becoming the best wide receiver and helping Drake May become one of the better quarterbacks in this league. I think it's a damn good move by them.
Okay. I would think Drake May would give that 2 thumbs up for sure.
Hell yeah.
Here's the other thing I wanted your thoughts on. Dave Burkett's 5-step plan. Dave Burkett has been on this show before. He's a greatly respected Lions beat
Shout out
writer,
to DB.
perhaps the most. And he says here's 5 ways that the Lions need to handle things starting, Monday. Sign the best center available. Now, the best center available is Tyler Linderbaum. He's going to cost between $20 and $22 million. That is a massive hit, all right? So if you don't mind me tweaking that a little bit, how about signing one of the best centers available? And then you need a defensive end. He's talking about these 3 players with the Lions. I'd have no problem with Roy Lopez, Rock Yassin. Yeah, I think you can find other guys like that. I'm not sure what he means by invest in Terrion Arnold insurance, but I would expect him going to the good hands people for something like that. And then, obviously, he's trying to find more tight ends for Drew Petzing. What's your thought on the 5-step plan? 1, 2, you can take 3 and drop it. 4 goes to 3 for sure. Basically, what he's saying is, like, you don't know if Terrion Arnold is it. You don't know if you missed on him as a draft pick. He could have added in there, but DB got to play the political side. I love my brother 100%. He could have added DJ Reed's name to that as well. You're right. You're saying 4 is more like, in order to invest, that means get a cornerback.
100%.
Trade or sign one, trade for one, or draft one.
Or draft one, 100%. So I moved that up to 3. Now, let Drew Petzing cook with tight ends. Now, this is supporting the 13 personnel from last year. The Trey McBride had a lot of success. Maybe Sam Laporta. Is Sam Laporta even going to be here? That's a whole nother can of worms. Yeah. Roy Lopez did play well last year. Grant Stewart really was, he showed up in some spots when they brought him in.
Special teams guy.
Yeah, I don't even think this is on the radar, right? Real talk. This may be a 6 move. Like, I think you definitely 1, 2, 4 goes to 3. Figure out what you're going to do with the linebacker and the safety spot. Like, safety, why isn't safety on here?
Yeah.
Like, this, it moves, I guess it start with free agency. Looking at it that way, yeah, just make 3-5 and just move everything up.
Okay.
I think finding insurance for Terrion Arnold is much more pressing than the other ones. I believe those guys will re-sign anyway. I think they like their roles here, and they see that they did get some burn in some key spots. Yeah.
How would you rank, if you look at number 3 and you got Lopez, Stewart, and Rock Yassin, rank them of importance for me?
Roy Lopez. These undersized cornerbacks, man. Like, I'm done with them. To be honest, Roy Lopez,
I feel like Rock Yassin actually didn't play too bad of a ball last year. I would put him at 2.
Yeah.
Roy Lopez and then Rock Yassin.
But, like, this is the thing. Like, we're like, should we re-sign this guy?
I know, we're kind of ranking one way or the other.
We're ranking 3 guys. We really only want 2 of them.
Yeah. I don't disagree with you at all.
We need the
I
depth,
would say Grant Stewart, remember this, He was more of a special teams guy.
What games did Rocky Sin play good in? Because let's bring it back to that. Are we going to give him credit for that Tampa Bay Buccaneers game in which they fell apart after that?
I was going to say Philadelphia. Philadelphia.
Oh, the game that neither quarterback could throw the ball, so it didn't matter who was playing DB?
That is true. And he did get kind of hoed at the end there, for sure.
Let's be careful.
I've just seen him make tackles out in open field
a
couple good times. I can't really point out the game, to be honest with you. I feel like it's more earlier on in the year, too.
Yeah, look, I think you guys watch football a lot like I do. We don't. You're not always watching the ball, right?
Watching that.
But Grant Stewart made some plays, too.
He did.
For
sure.
But if you told me, if the Lions came to us and said, brace yourself. Just hold on a second here, okay? Take a sip and a deep breath. We're not signing Rock Ya-Sin or Grant Stewart. I wouldn't be running out in the middle of Woodward during a green light.
Based on this, here you go, man. Let me make it easy. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3.
Yeah.
This is 5.
Yeah.
Don't really care about the rest of that stuff. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, figure it out.
Yeah.
Why is Braylon half the size of the screen?
He definitely had to put a 5 if you're going to do, hey, these are the top 5 pressing things. But realistically, we know what it is, man. You need a center. Then you need an edge. And what are you going to do about this tackle position? Because we understand that
it's a concern.
We understand he's coming back. So maybe because Taylor Decker's coming back, it's like, well, we don't have to necessarily put so much emphasis on that tackle position. BS. What about the guard position? So fix that D-line, O-line.
Yeah.
Fix that D-line, O-line, and if you're not going to make moves through the free agency, get your eyes on what safeties, linebackers you're going to bring, and tackles you're bringing to this team.
Okay. The Lions have to restructure deals, right? You and I are not capologists, so I'm not going to try to put you on the spot in that regard, but there are certain guys they're going to have to restructure. Yeah. When KG and I were talking about this before the show.
Hey, shout out.
Were you guys getting along?
Oh, yeah, we always get along.
Okay.
Yeah.
Describe always.
Well, we may have good debates, but
this is true.
when the day is over, we're always shake hands and hug.
He's the only guy that I know will argue about baseball. That's forbidden territory for me.
No, that's not. You can always argue or always debate. I don't look at it as arguing. I look at it as debating, and I think it's a lot of fun. Anyway, we were talking about when you become concerned on when the Lions don't have discussions or nothing's been leaked about Detroit renegotiating certain contracts. Jared Goff, for example. When do you start to be concerned about that? Because March 11th, right, is free agency. Today's the 5th, so you've got 6 days, and we really haven't heard much wind of that just yet. When do you start to be a little concerned?
I say if you get to April 1st. Everything in April for me starts the combine. I mean, the combine is now, draft. Everything starts to draft. Draft is now, you're figuring out, you're doing interviews, etc. But when April hits, all the focus is on the draft. And it doesn't stop focusing on the draft until the day after the draft, and now you can look at what you did and what you didn't necessarily accomplish. So for me, this month of March, that's what that should be focused on. That's when you should start hearing the wind, because realistically, coming down that pipeline, I should hear something about Jared Goff. I should hear something about Penei Sewell. I should hear something about Amon-Ra St. Brown. So
for me, it's probably early next week. Maybe I'm jumping the gun here. Only because free agency begins, and not that you have to jump in with both feet on the very first day, but you have to be prepared to jump in on the very first day.
If you're trying to win, if you're trying to not offset, but if you're trying to keep up, if you're trying to stay ahead, which you can't be ahead if you're not ahead. Yeah, you got to make those moves early.
Okay, the last thing, and this is breaking news. Somebody just sent this video that Kyler Murray was seen at the Minneapolis St. Paul.
Will you leave that man alone? This is the second day in a row where Shep has come up here and small shamed Kyler Murray. Is that what they call it? Is it small shaming? Is it small person shaming? You're terrible. That is terrible. What the shoe game look like? Oh yeah, them Jordan 1s too. That's legit.
Hey, you know, so the cameras I look.
Oh, you see,
he's got bodyguards around him.
I was gonna say that's not his hand. I said the hand looked a little white, but Kyler's light skinned, so that could be Kyler
in the winter, right?
That could definitely be Kyler.
He belongs on our back wall.
That's a very interesting conversation. It's a very interesting conversation. I know we have some we'll get into later. But
yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that next.
No, I'll skip that. Somebody made a comment and said, he was drafted in the first round. Why didn't he just go back to baseball? I was like, hey, maybe.
Well, I guess I don't know if you call them the Oakland A's anymore, or you call them the Sacramento A's or the Las Vegas A's. Yeah. Call them the clueless ball club 100%. In Major League Baseball.
With the yellow A.
Apparently, they have been willing to say, hey, you can always come back.
That's the A's, of course.
I know. That's because they're looking for anything that will help them sell tickets in a minor league baseball stadium. All right, when we come back, we have got Rapid Fire with Braylon Edwards. We're going to do that after this for Massage Chair and Pure Psychiatry.
Ooh, mental health is very important.
Yeah, about to say, shout out to Pure Psychiatry. But if you want to get in that relaxed mindset and that mode, then you got to check out the Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills. It is the largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest. If you see that QR on the code, that QR code on the screen right there, go ahead and scan it so you can get a jump on this information. They feature top-tier brands like Infinity and Osaki. You don't remember those brands, so when you take your visit, you can know exactly which ones to get to. You don't got to waste no time. You can get right to business. Experience the difference with Dr. Eric Duncan, the Wellness Doc, and creator of the #1 YouTube channel for massage chair reviews at the Wellness Doc. Book your visit today at massagechairhouse.com or simply scan the QR code on your screen. Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation.
That's some funky music, man. I kind of like it. And I dig that. And
shout out.
I dig people who are willing to help other people. Their heart is in the right place. That is pure psychiatry. We talk about it in sports all the time, the pressures that are taking place. Don't turn it down, keep it up. There's a lot of people out there in everyday life who have a ton of pressure. Could be financial, could be work-related, could be personally, whatever. You need some help? It's okay, man. The mental health journey is real, and you're never alone. Pure Psychiatry wants you to know that. They provide you personalized psychiatric care designed specifically for you. This is not one size fits all. They've got 16 locations in Michigan, they've got 2 in Ohio, and they've got easy ways for you to talk to specialists. Go to Pure Psych Michigan or PurePsychMI.com today.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports. Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball.
Like a frostbite straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, it's an ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill Sub-Zero. Icy and true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play. Chill Sub-Zero.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shaq Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. Thenfights.com.
You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
Hey, y'all need to get up on the Caesars Sportsbook app, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports, because you can place any bet up to $1,000, and if you lose, you get that bet back. All you have to do is scan the QR code, enter the code Woodward 1000, and if your first bet doesn't hit, you get the deposit back up to $1,000. $1,000 back just for giving it a shot. Minimum bet $20. Download the Caesars Sportsbook app today, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Use code Woodward1000. Scan the QR code on the screen.
Hey, the rivalry is this weekend. You know, it's right around the corner, man. It's Michigan State for the second time, and last time during the regular season this year. And the place to watch it, no question, it's Art and Jake's. They've got 6 locations. We're going to be at the one in Northville. We hope you can join us, and there's a good reason to join us on that day, and Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays too, because that's where Sam Adams Cherry Wheat really surges forward. You can get $5 shorts of Sam Adams Cherry Wheat at Art and Jake's locations on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and when the two teams square off this Sunday as well. It's light, it's refreshing, it tastes really good, and it's got real Michigan cherries. Sam Adams Cherry Wheat. Please drink responsibly.
And we back.
BS.
Hey, speaking of that, if Michigan wins...
Grandma didn't text me back.
I'm sorry. If Michigan wins at Iowa tonight, they will be the first team since the 1975-76 Indiana Hoosiers to go undefeated on the road in a Big Ten season.
Ooh, wow.
They will be 10-0. That Indiana team went 9-0.
You know what's so crazy, Shep, is we live in a world that's so statistically available, if you will. Like, stats are used on a day-to-day basis. Everybody's got stats. You got stats. I got stats. People in the chat have stats. The weatherman has stats. Everybody has. Insiders have stats.
Yeah.
It's almost to the point nowadays where stats don't even matter. Like, when you throw out, like, that's a hellified stat. Like, if you would have told me that 10 years ago, this is the first time somebody's going undefeated on the road in the Big Ten, considering they're probably the second best conference in basketball, only behind the ACC over the years. Like, what? Crazy. Now, there's so much statistics on a day-to-day basis. Oh, yeah, that's what's up.
You want some irony? I mean, that year they won the national championship.
Yeah.
They were 32-0 that year.
Yeah.
Okay, led by Bobby Knight. They had
That was before Zeke, though, right?
That was before Zeke. Okay. That was Quinn Buckner.
He's a good player.
That was Kent Benson, former Piston. No one will ever confuse him with one of the Piston greats. It was Bobby Wilkerson. I'm missing one guy who I should know.
Deep in the archives.
Yeah. Scott May.
Like, in the archive.
Number 42. Number 42. Scott May.
Right.
The Dome.
You know who was second?
That year?
That year.
Who they beat?
In the Big Ten.
In the Big Ten, let me see. Indiana.
Do
I know?
Comes to reason I'm asking
Michigan.
you. Michigan. Yeah. So.
Cassie?
No. I think that
Cassie's
was,
like 71.
I think that was Ricky Green.
Okay.
Phil Hubbard. Those guys.
Phil Hubbard.
Right.
Phil Hubbard was I was at a funeral he was at recently. Not recently, but I saw him not too long ago.
Good guy.
Yeah, great guy.
Really good dude.
Great guy.
And Michigan State plays against Iowa. Okay? So, or not Iowa. Michigan State plays against Rutgers to close out senior.
Oh, that's going to be a hard game.
Yeah. Oh, the RAC is so intimidating.
Is Rutgers just the worst thing the Big Ten has ever done?
It's pretty damn close.
Like, nothing about Rutgers gets me excited in any sport, any facet. When you mention their name, I know they're supposed to be an academician, if you will, but
they've lost gobs of money. Maryland has lost gobs of money.
Aren't they like 100 million ish in the hole?
Something like that. You know what I thought?
How you losing money as Rutgers?
When they were talking about going there, when the Big Ten had these open conversations, and they were like, "This is where we're going to go." The rumor is Rutgers and Maryland. And we all know why. They thought Rutgers would draw from the New York market and Washington would draw from the Washington, D.C. market. It makes sense, right? My suggestion at the time was go south. Go to Georgia Tech. You weren't going to get Georgia out of the SEC, right? At least back in those days. So I said, go get Georgia Tech. High academia and good at the time, good at basketball, decent at football.
Yeah.
All right? And plus, it paves a way for your Big Ten schools to get into the South. It's a tunnel to the Southern football talent. So I said that, and I said, well, I also said North Carolina, but that wouldn't have worked.
Rocky Top.
At the end of the day, like as it relates to the
Tennessee,
the Big Ten. The Big Ten, it was just tough pulling from the South per se because SEC wasn't going anywhere, and those South teams that weren't SEC, they knew where they wanted to go. Where football is king. Like Big Ten, the best we could have done is an ACC look, and who you pulling from the ACC. And the Notre Dame was always the move, and Notre Dame ain't budging.
Right. Which is, I think, foolish. All right, let's play Rapid Fire, shall we? We do this every Thursday. It's Rapid Fire with Braylon Edwards. We ask him some quick football questions. He's got to respond on the spot. Ready? Here we go. Number one, what could the Lions do that is equivalent to the Trent McDuffie move made by the Rams?
Realistically, because it was a trade, I don't know of a move that would be as impactful. But this is what I got for you. One of two things. One, Kayvon Thibodeau from the New York Giants. I think he was a defensive end that was rumored here at the same time as Aiden Hutchinson. They've gone out and got Brian Burns. They also went out and drafted who, Lawrence Taylor. I'm just joking. From Penn State last year. That's where their future is, and they already have their interior. I think you can get a guy like him that could be a future player here for years to come. I think that would be a deal that you could sign that would be an affordable one. And, oh, by the way, he wreaks havoc. I like the idea of them being on the same side. If it's not a trade type situation, then they got to do something crazy in the draft to move up to go get one of those Caleb Downs or Lorenzo Styles. Those would be a trade, crazy move, and a trade regular season already put in effect. Yeah, give me Kayvon Thibodeau.
Okay, cool. I like that. Thinking outside the box, I didn't expect that. By the way, Caleb Downs, who looks to be like the best safety in the draft, does have knee issues. Just want you to know that. There's a red flag there. He does have knee issues. It's come out. And here's the second strike that's going against that young man, who's a hell of a college player. Matt Patricia has endorsed him. All right, here's number two.
Zing!
Matt Patricia, of course, the Ohio State defensive coordinator.
Hey, look, one thing about Matt, he knows how to be a D coordinator in college. I'll tell you that. Or does he?
Or does he? Rank the positions of need for the Lions. In order, position of needs for the Lions. What would they be?
Center, edge, safety, tackle, and DB are split, and linebacker.
One more time slowly for me.
Center, edge, safety, tackle, and DB are split to me. They're the same, and then linebacker.
Like it. Okay. What's the best landing spot for Kyler Murray and Kenneth Walker III?
Kyler Murray, I'm going to go outside the box on this one. Everybody's saying the Vikings.
Yeah.
Duh. Any quarterback to the Vikings is going to be the best move. Like, and I've said it too. Like, they're the Vikings. They had a damn good defense with Brian Flores on the opposite side of the offense. And then you got Addison, T.J. Hockenson, 100% appreciate that, Cam. Only thing they need to do is get a running back, because I don't like Aaron Jones, but any quarterback there. Thinking outside the box, the Falcons.
Really?
They dropped Kirk Cousins. Their inside team. Kyler Murray will be fast as I don't know what. An inside offensive line is going to get better. It got better last year. They're getting some key players back on that. Their defense was surprisingly decent last year. They're going to get better. They're going to franchise Kyle Pitts. You already have Drake London, Darnell Mooney. They'll probably re-sign him. And we know who's in the backfield, Bijan Robinson. I think that's a situation that makes it easier for a quarterback like Kyler Murray.
Heard they might release Darnell Mooney.
They still have, what's the other young kid they had last year? Ray McCloud.
Yeah, they do. Their defense is really good, but one of their good young defensive players might be going to jail. So we'll see what happens with that.
I still like that move for him. And Kevin Stefanski, look, I know he gets a bad rap. He's supposed to be the quarterback whisperer. He never whispered in any quarterback's ears in Cleveland. But with that being said, I think there's something there. That could be a really good move.
I thought you were going to say Miami, to be honest with you.
That's a poop show.
It is.
And he's, as of right now, how we view Kyler Murray, he's not the leader. He's not watching film. He's not doing the little things. I don't want to take that and that type of person and put them in another environment where you won't get the type of leadership, you won't get the type of direction as a young player struggling.
You don't want to go poop show to poop show.
No,
is
100%.
basically what you're saying. And you can use that if a drop if you want.
I like that. Poop, poop.
Which player who has been released has been the biggest surprise to you?
You skipped one.
Oh, Kenneth Walker. My bad.
Denver Broncos. It's nothing to even think about. R.J. Harvey is not a starting running back in this league. He is a wide receiver / running back. He can do a bit of both. He's your number 2-star running back.
Okay.
Kenneth Walker as a bell cow for a Bo Nix and for that offensive line and for what they have on defense.
You think he can carry the load?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you have a running back that can catch the ball out of the backfield and be a split type of situation. And they have another running back that kind of showed a little bit as it relates to the tougher down the distance situations with the absence of J.K.
Tells me
Dobbins.
you'd be getting the same production you might have gotten from Seattle when he was splitting time with Zach Charbonnet. Zach Charbonnet played one fewer game. I think had about 40 fewer carries.
True, but I think the difference is what Kenneth Walker showed at the end of the season. He showed that he can be a bell cow for a team. That way you don't necessarily need to give R.J. Harvey as many carries. You're only bringing him in as a switch-up back, balls out of the backfield, screens, if you will, or throw the defense off.
Mm-hmm.
I think he showed you enough. Like, look, give that man his credit.
I like that.
Yeah, Denver Broncos.
You're making me think here, and that's what I love about this show. Which player who has been released has been the biggest surprise to you? Rapid fire with Braylon Edwards. Which player who's been released has been the biggest surprise for you?
You know what's crazy? I know. None.
Really?
Like, the answer is none. I mean, you look at Stephon Diggs. If I got a young first of all, it's Boston. It's New England. It's a different part of the country. They're not trying to deal with wide receivers that are chasing down Cardi B on the day-to-day. They're not dealing with those type things. Like, Bill Belichick would not go for Stephon Diggs. Like, maybe if you came in like Randy and you had a conversation and you weren't that when you got there, but he came in that way and then he continued. So that didn't surprise me. Tyreek Hill, I mean, it's been tumultuous.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
One thing about him is his speed. He got hurt. What's that speed going to look like? He got arrested. Wasn't his fault per se. That was a situation that happened during the season last year. Just a lot going on. If I'm coming in and starting anew, I might have to move on from him. And then what other releases? Like, they're all been Kyler Murray. I mean,
I was just going to say
that's
Kyler
expected.
Murray. Yeah, there's just been some guys. I guess to a certain extent, Darnell Mooney did surprise me a little bit. It seems like there's a lot of teams just saying goodbye to guys who have been, well, they've been pretty productive for them. You know, maybe you don't stay with Jonathan Allen for the Vikings. You don't keep a guy just for this, or Aaron Jones. You don't keep a guy just for the sake of keeping them. But some of these guys have had some pretty damn good seasons.
I think what this is showing you is what they believe the talent is now in college football. What talent is coming in out of high school. What talent is coming from college to the NFL. You look at a Darnell Mooney. You look at some of those guys. You look at none of those guys are irreplaceable.
Yeah.
Like, none of those guys are guys who like, damn, I cannot believe we got rid of insert player.
Yeah.
They're all replaceable, and they're all replaceable in that second to fifth round of the NFL draft.
All right, the highest paid kicker resides in Kansas City. Okay,
B. Aubrey.
Well, in Kansas City, Butker makes about $6.5 million.
I'm talking about
Brandon Aubrey of the Cowboys wants $10 million a year. How much would you pay for a kicker?
If I'm paying a kicker $10 million a year, he's not missing, and he's good from 65. You want $10 million, he's good from 65.
I have a really hard time paying that kind of money for any kicker.
Like 7.5 is I'm still holding on to my wallet. I'm still not trying to let this cash leave my wallet. But you're talking about a kicker like Brandon Aubrey, man. He's showing you, look, he's a bomb.
Yeah, he is.
He can put the ball in there. He kicks indoors the majority of the time, so it's going to be warm, not warm weather, but it's going to be nice weather, nice conditions.
Favorable,
what they do, favorable conditions. Sure, because I think we're starting to get to the point where these NFL teams are going to realize that going for it on fourth down, if you don't have the team for that, is not conducive. And also 3 points, it definitely matters. And I think you'll start to see that a little bit more. Not a lot, but a little bit more.
To his point, 35 of 44 in his career from 50 yards or longer. Longest kick, 65 yards. So maybe that's your guy. Like I said, Harrison Butker, pretty much automatic, $6.5 million. $10 million. I'm going to Brandon Aubrey, and I'm saying, I'm going to make you the highest paid kicker in the history of the sport, but I ain't giving you $10 million.
Here's the problem with that, though, Chef. Like, with kickers, you've seen this in the last 5, 6, 7 years. Like, kickers, all of a sudden, it happened quick where they're not as good anymore. for a extended period of time. Like, it happens faster. So here I am. I'm going to pay Brandon Aubrey. He's in balling. I'm going to play him $10 million a year or what he wants. And now all of a sudden in 2026, he misses a big field goal when they're playing, when the Giants are playing the Eagles on Thursday Night Football. Now he has the yips for the rest of the season. Now I can't get that money back. And now he has the yips. How many players have we seen at the kicking position not kick there from Pro Bowls the year before to getting cut, to getting drafted in the first or second round, to getting cut? Jake Moody's still looking for a team.
Amen.
I didn't mean to take a shot at my Michigan brother, but
he did find one in Chicago, right? But he's probably He
did all right in Commanders.
They sure don't feel about him the same way they felt about him coming out of the draft. All right, last one from Rapid Fire for Braylon Edwards. Myles Garrett has been cited for speeding 9 times. Since 2017.
I don't give a fuck.
How many speeding tickets have you received in your life?
First and foremost, I understand the sentiment. Like, when you're in Cleveland, you're just trying to get that out of there. Do you know how many times I legitimately knew my schedule the next day when I was from wake up to I can get in the car and get out of there and jump on 90 to get to 75 to get back to Detroit. Look, you speed up out of there. But 6 speeding tickets, and I got 4 of them in Cleveland. I got a 125.
Did you have a Michigan license plate?
Hell yeah.
Okay, well that's part of the
reason. Messing with them Ohio people.
Okay.
I got a 125. The 125 was some BS shit. Quick story. No.
Only got 120.
It's 127. You know what I'm saying? We add those too. But it was BS in this sense. I'm legitimately speeding. I'm doing the 127. That's all legit. Probably was doing 160. Probably doing a little bit more. It's a Bentley coupe. What do you want me to do? I'm speeding. I'm trying to get to the house. Have somebody in the car that's sick, if you will, about the. I don't want them to do that in my nice seating, my French netting, my German netting, if you will. So come off the exit, cop pulls me over, boom, he comes over, license registration. He said, "Sir, you go 127 miles per hour. What the hell is wrong with you?" I was like, "Look, man, I got an individual that's sick. I mean, what do you want me to do? Here's my license, here's my registration. I'm not drinking, nothing like that. Are you Braylon Edwards?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I'm Braylon Edwards." He said, "Man, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna let you go, and this is why. It's not because you play for the Browns. It's not anything like that. It's not because I like Michigan, because I don't." He said, my nephew has cancer, and he came to training camp a year ago. And he said, you took pictures with him, you took time with him, you signed some stuff for him. He said, look, slow the F down. I get it. Have a nice day. Fast forward, this cop is in a group text. This must be like the beginning of group text, because this is like 08. He's in a group text. He's texting a picture of the speedometer or whatever was in the car of how fast I was going. And he's sending it out to everybody, his homeboys, people that he know, family members, yada, yada. Well, one of those people that got a hold of that picture worked for Channel 19. And Channel 19, if you know anything about Cleveland, that's the gossip news. Okay, they're whatever you call the gossipy news. That's them. So they did a story, reached out to me, the whole 9 yards. Does Braylon Edwards think he's above board, professional athletes, this, that, and the third? So because they printed a story, because they made it, the police that let me go, they had to then issue me an after-the-fact ticket, because you have up to, I want to say 90 days. You have up to 90 days if you're a police officer to actually reissue a ticket or actually make the petition, because they didn't issue a ticket. You have up to 90 days, and that happened within like the first 20.
That's bull
so
crap.
Then they called me and said, "Hey, Mr. Edwards, we need you to come up to Avon Lake Police Station just so we can, do whatever." So I had to go in there and do that. I mean, the situation was cool. Everybody was cool about it, but that was one. And another story, I got pulled over.
All because of, as Michael Weary puts, the TMZ of Ohio.
See, he knows, my guy, 100%. Another situation, I was on 90, and I was going about $140, and I got pulled over.
Get 'em.
And the cop was like, because once again, it's in the daytime. If you're gonna get pulled over for speeding, like daytime during the week is cool, because they're not assuming things. Comes over to the car. Where the hell are you going in such a hurry? Like, why are you driving so fast? I was like, well, it's 220 on the dash. I'm going about 140. So technically, the average car goes about 120, and you guys travel 70s. So ipso facto, I'm still under, what you guys are doing. He said, yo, you thought that was going to work, didn't you? I was like, yeah. He said, man, slow down and have a good day. So I got a ticket, and I got out of the ticket.
Wow.
Yeah.
140 you got out of it? I could see maybe 85 getting out of it. 140?
I made him laugh. You never know what somebody is going through. You know, he might have been having a poopy day, and I told him a quick joke on the spot. He said, "You know what?
Wow.
Something about these Michigan
Is that the
guys."
fastest you've ever gone?
Nah, I did all 220
You did all 220
in 2 different cars. It's a different life. It's a different life.
Wow.
I drove 220. You know how on the 8 Mile turns in Grand River goes on the M5. The M5 is a straight shot until you get to 275. I took the Bentley 220 there in 2005, and I had an R8.
I thought I was going fast, going about 140 on the Autobahn in Germany, and I thought that was pretty something.
It is fast for America.
Is that 220?
Yeah, that's it.
Not 220. Kool-Aid, how many speeding tickets?
I was younger, though. You know,
I don't care how young you are, man.
I will tell you this.
A lot.
Yeah, but 20.
Burying that needle.
Nah, 22 with a Bentley in your hands like Shep, you would have done it too. 22 with a Bentley, you would have done it too.
Okay.
I haven't had a speeding ticket, Shep. You're proud to know. Last time I got a speeding ticket was in Miami in 2011.
2011. That's a long time. Okay, good.
See, I slowed down, man.
See, here's the difference.
That's why I drive those pickup trucks.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like saying that about Myles Garrett. I don't know how fast he was going.
Yeah.
Okay, if he's going 65 and a 50, that's a speeding ticket.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to automatically assume that big fella is going 140, 220 miles an hour.
He's going
on the other hand, he's probably driving a car that is
can't even fit
allowing
in the car.
him. Yeah, I was going to say, first of all, it's really hard to find a car for him to fit into, but he's probably driving a car where you can't help yourself sometimes, where you just punch it. Yeah. A buddy of mine had a brand new Corvette, and he just punched it. It almost scared you. It just, boom, it's out of there, right? I mean, just like your car.
I had an R8, man, and the R8, the Audi, it's the first time I hit it. Like, I got it in April, and you know it's still cold outside, but I'm forcing it. I said, look, it's a little bit of sun. We'll go outside, it's a drop top. It's the first time I hit it. Like, the ass, as they say in the back of the car, you know what it is. Like, it swerved to the left, swerved to the right. Like, it was so much torque, it couldn't go straight yet.
Wow.
Ended up going off. Side note, you brought up LaMelo Ball.
Mm-hmm.
He's another guy that's terrorizing the neighborhood in terms of vehicles. Did you see the story on him?
No, I did not.
Like, he's driving like a Batmobile type car. Like, he's trying to run people over. People have been tweeting about him.
Several cars.
Like, legitimately.
Ones, yeah.
And he finally hit somebody.
Oh, I did see that.
Totaled his Hummer.
I did see that. Yeah, it's like a Hummer, right?
It's like a page. It's almost like victims of a situation, and they get together on like a message board, and they just like, that happened to me too, and this is what happened, and this is when it happened. That's what they're talking about, LaMelo Ball.
Has he lost control, or is he legitimately trying to hit things with it to see if they just bounce off that Batmobile-like
I don't
feel?
think he's legitimately trying to, but I don't think he cares. Also, too, we know it's 2026. We know he's texting.
I don't think he cares
Yeah, he's
either.
probably he's texting. He's changing the songs. He's entertaining. He's doing all these things. Like, there's been enough people to where you like, somebody needs to take this license.
That's unbelievable. So you said 11 for speeding tickets? Is that what you said?
I said 6, but I was probably
6.
lying.
Oh, 6.
Probably
Okay.
more like 11.
Oh, not since 11. Right. Okay. So probably about 6. I probably have about 4, maybe 4 or 5. Yeah. I mean, my wife can't stand the way I drive. I mean, I would call myself a very aggressive driver. I don't always use my turn signal, which is a problem, I'm sure. I have a tendency to weave in and out. I have a tendency to go a little bit faster than I probably should.
Like when don't you use your turn signal? That's a better question.
Sometimes when I'm switching lanes.
Like
if I'm on the lodge
and people are far enough back. Where
far enough back. Yeah, far enough back. Yeah. One of my pet peeves is people just turning on the blinker and automatically getting over like you're supposed to let them in. The blinker doesn't mean you have the right that you're getting in. Somebody's still got to let you in. Right. Oftentimes I have a tendency to take advantage of the opportunity.
That's funny that you have a problem people when they use their blinker, but you don't use your blinker.
Yeah, I know. It's very hypocritical.
I got you.
My wife also gets pissed off when people are waiting in line and I just happen to go past and then slide in because you have to find the right older person who doesn't mind if you get let in. Kool-Aid, how many speeding tickets in your life?
I think I got about 3.
3?
Three
Okay.
speeding tickets.
Okay.
Yeah.
So half as many as Braylon, a few less than me. Cam?
I'm probably not.
Not
being
just
all the way honest,
Austin.
but
I'm thinking just all over wherever you live.
No speeding tickets, but some BS stuff like running stop signs and railroad signals. You know.
Wait, railroad signals?
Yeah, you know.
Wait, why you can't just
Yeah, man, that's some BS stuff, man. Like running red lights, man. You know what I'm saying?
Playing chicken with trains.
I had a feeling Cam didn't have any though. Like you
speed, nah.
Because you don't. Life doesn't speed you up.
Right.
Like that's the best way to say it. Life doesn't speed you up.
Like he might get a ticket for going 20 under. Before
Exactly.
He
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, yeah.
He's the one who gets, the beep, beep, beep. I wonder how many Doc has had.
There was a time, though, where I was living in Ypsi, heading to work in Ann Arbor, and I was floating because I was late. And all of a sudden, this Stady pulls up right next to me, and he's like, simmer it down a little bit. And I was like, thank you, my brother.
Yeah, he
said, hey, sweet potato. Are you sweet potato Cam? You are? Then, hey, man, let me give you an escort.
Yeah,
All
my
right.
black ass would have been handcuffed. I was only going 100.
Only.
So I'm usually going 140.
This a moment ago where he said, yeah, I got out of it from going 140.
I also got the ticket, though.
All right, when we come back, let's dive into something I think is going to be really fun. All right, and this is going to be the best of all time for every single NFL team. Who's the best player of all time? This is going to be a really fun discussion. We're going to have it for you right after this.
I can't wait till we get to Detroit.
From Dr. Pierce.
The chat going to be arguing with themselves on that one.
All right.
Check this out, attention sports fans. Don't miss Injury Insights by Dr. Jeff Pierce, Michigan Sports and Spine. Catch him every single Thursday here on the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep, and Tuesdays on Big D Energy. Check him out on both. He shares his top tier advice in athletes, keeping them in peak condition or trying to get them back from some of these major injuries. We've been talking about Kirby Joseph as well as Brian Branch in that regard. And also, too, if you got anything that's going on, aches, pains, nicks, bruises, things of that nature, you're trying to get the right diagnosis to make sure that you can get back, especially with golf season around the corner. Or maybe golf isn't your thing. Maybe you just want to work out. Maybe you want to swim. Maybe you want to play tennis or pickleball. We know that's big. Dr. Pierce can get you right. 248-426-9944.
Now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith. New focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network. BodySports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com. You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
I'll tell you what smells really good and looks really good and tastes even better. Buddy's Pizza and their salads and their pastas and their atmosphere and their deals. Right now, if you are getting ready to have some type of catering event, Buddy's Pizza is the place to go. Use the promo code Woodward20. You're going to save 20%. Go to buddyspizza.com/catering and view their complete menu and place your order today.
And we back.
We got some super chats that we got to make sure we squeeze in. Let's do that, and then we're going to get to the best player for every NFL team ever.
Ooh.
Okay?
Okay.
But first, here's super chat number 1, courtesy of Kool-Aid.
Let's get to it. Shout out to the chat family, too. They really been doing their thing this week. We've been getting to those like goals. Let's make sure we get there today. Really close to that first like goal, so smash that like button. But Michael Wary, $5 super chat, he says, newsflash, Max Crosby, not happening. Too many other holes to fill, and drafting a defensive end and maybe re-signing AQM. Let's stop the wishful thinking. So
Shout
he's
out
more
to
in
the
line
GOAT.
with what Bray was talking about.
Yep, don't disagree with that. I wouldn't sign, depending on the cost, AQM, as people like to call him, only because I don't think he plays in every situation. I don't want one-dimensional players.
So yeah. Freddie Felt 313 with the 199
Freddie.
super chat. SGA. Chef Gilgis Alexander. Hilarious. I guess he loved the flopping.
Yeah. I look, who am I to say? I'd last 2 times down the field, 2 times down the floor compared to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who I like a lot. I think he's a hell of a player. I don't think he needs to do what he does. I think it's drama. I think it's ridiculous. I think it makes the league look bad. What he's doing, what Luka Doncic is doing, what LeBron James does, I think it's bad for the NBA. On top of that, you've got other things that the league is trying to deal with. What a headache it has been. And with social media these days, you're not getting away with this crap. People are constantly being reminded of it, and they're going to be pissed off about it. You're not doing anybody any favors, especially yourself, the league, or your team.
Problem is, it's up to the league and it's up to Adam Silver to regulate
That's
it.
right.
Because if they're not going to regulate it, if they're not going to say it's a problem, then what you'll get another Draymond situation where Draymond was allowed to do whatever the hell he wanted to do for 14 years, and then all of a sudden in year 13 years, in year 14, now you're trying to penalize him like that. They got to get ahead of that. They got to set the standard.
I agree with you.
Just like when they changed it for James Harden, say, hey, look, we're not doing that flopping stuff. Like, it legitimately set James Harden's game back. He went from MVP and all these stats to, damn, I can't even get my shot off, and they're not letting me get to the line. So
Fair enough.
Adam Silver, do something.
Yep. League's got to do something. Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Michael Wary, another super chat, $2 this time. He
Wary come
says,
to
Sean
play.
Tucker to the Lions. He wants you guys' thoughts.
Who?
He says Sean Tucker.
Sean Tucker. You're going to have to refresh
Running
me.
back.
Running back
from the Bucks.
Bucks.
I mean, he had a couple. I mean, he had just under 200 yards in one of those games. I think he had 4 touchdowns in a couple games last year. So he had a couple games that stuck out, but he's still like the 3rd running back on that squad as of right now.
Yeah.
Or 2nd, I guess, because of getting rid of Rashad White.
I would hope you could do better.
Yeah, I was going to say he had 86 carries, 220 yards, 7 touchdowns, though.
He had that one game.
3.7 yards per carry.
He had 4 of those in one game. He's a bowling ball that can run, and he actually showed me that he can catch out of the backfield. I mean, I wouldn't like him to be the full replacement for David Montgomery, but if they brought him to the squad, I wouldn't be mad.
Okay. Goal line situation, I'm giving it. This is just me. I'm giving it to the guy who got me down there, but that's just me. Okay.
But if Drew Petzing is going to be the 13 personnel, we're going to become the running team that we are. Like, it's nothing wrong with having a couple different running.
Agreed.
A couple different options.
Yep.
That is true.
All right. That's a good thought by him, Michael. Thank you.
Yep. And we got one more in here from our guy, Randall Smalls. $5
Randall.
super chat. He says, I want to state that I, for one, believe Brad has a plan, and I'm good with it. He's usually one of the more patient ones in our chat.
Yeah, give him credit. Instead of the knee-jerk reaction, I'd like to know when that plan begins to rear its head. And when it does, I'll probably join you. But until now, I'm not panicking by any stretch. That's why I asked Braylon earlier about at what point do you worry about delaying or waiting on restructuring certain deals. I think there's a reason to start to be slightly concerned sometime early to mid next week, because you want your finances in order before you start to make bids on free agents.
Yeah, agree.
And you got another one.
Just one more item here. We got a poll up in the chat. A lot of people voted in it. Does Brad Holmes need to make a big swing this offseason for the Lions? 83% of the people say yes. I wonder what that big swing is for them.
Yeah, I think this goes back to a little bit of our conversation yesterday. What do we consider a big swing? So let's just say, for sake of argument, let's say that Khalil Mack is signed. Is that a big swing at this stage in his career?
No, I mean, it's
probably not.
It's a good move.
It's a good move.
It's a good move. It's not a big swing, though.
Agreed.
It's a good move.
Yep.
Yeah,
if you signed, pick one of your centers.
Yeah.
Cade Mays.
Huge. Yeah.
Is that a big swing?
You talking about paying the center $13 million?
Yeah. Well, he would probably be more in the neighborhood of 9.
The fans may call it that. They'd probably celebrate it like it's a big swing for sure if they brought in Lindy.
Mm-hmm.
Like we got that's not a big swing though. Like it's.
Ooh, talk to me, bro.
It's the move. Like it's the move. You bring in K Mays, $9-10 million. Like it's a really good move. It's the move you need. We're focusing on the center, but a big move is when it's on the ticker. Like it's when not only it's on the ticker, they're actually showing the highlight of that person playing in the game, like as they announce what the move is. A big move is one that every single fan base, every city, or people watching is like, oh man, they got that guy. Like I guarantee you, yesterday when you're looking at the ticker and you see Trent McDuffie, today you see DJ Moore. Like DJ Moore was a big move.
That is.
Like, and although he's not going to go for a first rounder, or he's not one of the top 5 receivers in the league, that's a big move for both teams.
Went for higher than I thought.
Yeah. So,
I think you're right. Sport Track actually has him at 12. So you said 13. I said 9, 10.
Yeah.
It's 12 is what they're projecting for Cade Mays.
Cade Mays would be a big move, ish.
Okay.
But you like Cade Mays?
I do.
Okay.
I do like him. I like a number of different things about him, specifically his age when you're getting him. If you sign him to a 4-year contract along those lines and you're going to pay him $10-11 million, which is a little bit more than Frank Ragnow, but not as much as a guy like Tyler Linderbaum, then I think you should feel like you've addressed an important need with a veteran presence who can take over and work well with your guards. So you know my plan. All right, here's the plan moving. Are we all caught up? Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the plan. All right. This is the greatest of all time for each team. All right. So this is from PFL, right? Yeah, PFA. It's called Pro Football Addict. So give them credit. They came up with this, not me. They came up with it. How many do you have a problem with? And for those that you do have a problem, who do you take the place of? Or who do you put in their place?
All right, let's run through this list real quick. I got
so Larry Fitzgerald, Arizona. Is that agreed?
1,000%.
Okay. Matt Ryan for Atlanta.
I don't know how I feel about this. Like, I know he got them to their only Super Bowl and he won MVP. I know they had a couple linemen that played 12, 13 years. They had 13 Pro Bowls, had a couple All-Pros. Jesse Tuggle was a really good linebacker for them, 4 All-Pros.
Tommy Novus was great for them way back in the day.
Yeah, I'll stick with Matt Ryan. I won't hate. Yeah,
okay.
He won MVP. He got them to as a first round. As a number one overall player at the quarterback position. You're charged with winning the MVP and getting to the Super Bowl. Like that's what they judge success for a number one quarterback. Right. So sure.
Okay. Eventually, it might be Bijan Robinson. Who knows?
Yeah.
Okay. Ray Lewis, Baltimore.
This is a no-brainer. Although, I mean, you got some really good ones. You got Jonathan Ogden you could throw on that list. Ed Reed, Terrell Suggs, T. Sizzle, Lamar Jackson might get in that category. But let's call it spade a spade. Ray Lewis is the guy. Yeah. 2 Super Bowls, and he damn near was MVP of both of them.
Yeah, hard to deny that one. You can have some other names associated with it, but you'd probably still come at the end of the day Ray Lewis. Buffalo, Bruce Smith.
Yes.
Okay, because
he's got over 200 sacks. And he's all-time sack leader still. All-time sack leader. Went to 4 of those Super Bowls, and you can say as good as that offense was, man, Bruce Smith had that defense.
I have no problem with it. The other names that were on my mind were Thurman Thomas, O.J. Simpson, Jim Kelly, guys like Joe DeLamalure, and Reggie McKenzie. Those were those names.
The only thing about doing this list is it's always the conversation. Is it the prime or is it that time?
Sure.
Because if you're talking about the prime, then OJ going for 2,014 games, like that, we'll never see anything like that again. But if you're talking about the continuation of a career, like Bruce Smith played 18 years at a high level, finished with the Commanders, if you will, broke Reggie's record. So yeah.
Okay, here's where we probably
hell to the nine. You know I love some Cam Newton.
Oh man, see, this surprises me.
No, that shouldn't surprise you. Like, look, I
know how much you like him.
I love him. I'm not an idiot though. If you don't have this as Luke Kuechly or Sam Mills or Pep,
Steve Smith.
Oh, or Smitty.
Okay. So I had Kuechly or Smith. And Smith's 8th all time in receiving yards, and Kuechly's a Hall of Famer. Yeah. Smith isn't yet, because I don't know if that matters.
It takes longer for like shorter wide receivers. But I will tell you this: one of my criteria is though when I'm putting people against each other, and because you'll see it in some other teams. Did you get to that Super Bowl? Not only did Steve Smith get to the Super Bowl with Jake Delhomme, he was out there balling.
Yeah.
So
caught a touchdown pass.
He did. Look at you on the left sideline. I would say Luke Kuechly because we argue how good he is and like what he was for that time frame. And it's one of those if he doesn't hang him up.
Yeah.
Are we mentioning him in a different light?
8 years as good as any linebacker of his generation. Yeah.
Steve. Yeah. It's a good one.
That's a good one.
As much as I love number one, who I think is the best college quarterback I've ever seen. Nah.
Okay. Walter Payton, Chicago.
Yes. Do you like that, or is it Ditka or Butkus for you?
So it's not
or Singletary.
It's either Butkus, Singletary, or Payton for me. I tend to agree with Walter Payton. Dick Butkus, I love Walter.
Another
Payton.
8-year guy.
No, I think he was like 10 or 11. I could be wrong there, but he was all decades in the 60s and 70s, and he only played 4 years in the 70s. Yeah. That's okay. They didn't count tackles back in the day. So this is a really hard one for me. He was one of the greatest defensive players of all time. Walter Payton's one of the greatest offensive players of all time. It's a great debate.
I met Dick Butkus once. Had a chance to conversate with him at an airport. I'm telling you, he was nothing like I thought he was going to be. Like just having a preconceived notion about a guy that I watched as a kid. Like he didn't play. I wasn't that old. But I watched him do interviews. I watched him doing, game shows, how he talked about the game. I thought he was going to be this mean old man that's going to look, you young wide receiver, get your ass away from me. He wasn't like that, man. He couldn't have been one of the nicest dudes. We talked ball. He talked about, my time with Cleveland Brown. He talked about Jim Brown. I was like, what? You just gained a fan.
Yeah, really good dude. Remember, he was in broadcasting for a bit. He was on Monday Night Football. I don't think there's any question about Cincinnati. Anthony Munoz.
One of the greatest players ever.
Agreed. So here's what I want to hear from you. If not that person, who else could it be? So we were talking about this before. Cincinnati does not have a deep bullpen
because they don't have extended years. You'll have some players like Carson Palmer that and then it stops, or you'll have like
Isaac Curtis,
and then it stop. Or you have some quarterbacks that even won MVP.
Yeah,
so you got Ken O'Brien won MVP and playing for them, and not Ken O'Brien. Super Bowl.
Boomer Esiason?
No,
he didn't win MVP.
Ken Anderson.
Ken Anderson
won MVP.
Yeah.
So you got some guys, but it'll be.
I thought of Kenny Riley. That's the only one I could come up with. He was a cornerback in the 70s. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a really good player.
Willie Young was good, left tackle.
Yeah.
Willie Anderson, excuse me.
Yeah, Willie
Anderson. Yeah, until. And I would say Jamar Chase,
that's what I said.
But that's not coming for another 10 years.
Yeah, and he's not as good at his position as Anthony Munoz was at his, as far as I'm concerned.
And I'm telling you, him spitting in that dude's face, I love Jamar Chase. That did a lot for me with him as a player.
Jim Brown in Cleveland, hell to the
Yeah.
Joe Thomas might be number 2.
Fair.
Okay.
Fair.
Emmitt Smith in Dallas. This is probably controversial.
Mm-hmm. Everything about Emmitt Smith is controversial.
Yeah. Well, so there's a few names that come to mind for me. Larry Allen, Roger Staubach,
right?
Randy White.
So, when you say Larry Allen, is it the guy that blocked that gets the credit, or is it the guy that ran through the blocking that gets the credit?
Good question.
That's always the.
Yeah.
He has to be the answer, but I don't like it. Is that fair to say?
Yes. I think that is fair.
Shit, I throw Dion. I'm just joking.
Denver, I don't think there's any question about that.
I mean, Von Miller. I'm just joking. I'm joking.
Lions, Barry Sanders.
So I agree, but I wonder where the chat that's a little bit younger, you guys didn't necessarily watch Barry. You guys watched another guy who has a nickname, Megatron, if you will. Where do you guys side with that? Because I'm comfortable with either. I think it's Barry. Barry is the greatest running back of all time. I think Calvin's in the top 5 of all time. But if you say Calvin, I have no problem with that. Okay. It's Barry, though.
There's really only 2 answers probably to that, unless you wanted to go back Joe Schmidt, and I don't think Joe Schmidt qualifies.
Yeah.
Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers?
Nope.
Who do you got, Bart Starr?
No.
Okay.
Like, it's funny because he's on another list. You could throw Reggie White on here 100%. He should have been Super Bowl MVP, but I digress. I told you, I like Brett Favre over Aaron Rodgers. Once again, a person I don't like, but it doesn't matter when it comes to the game. I like Brett Favre better than Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Like, I would put him in my camp. How many NFC championships, how many home field advantages did Aaron Rodgers have and did not connect, did not win, did not get the job done, playing against less than teams? Like, when I'm looking at those stacked up, I got to be a little bit more. You can give me the efficiency and the QBR. He doesn't throw interceptions and all that. Yeah,
MVPs.
Well, Brett got 3 in a row, and he got 4. Oh, he has 3, but 3 in a row. So,
I didn't know that. He had 3 in a row?
1, 2, 3.
Okay, that's the
94, 5, 6.
That's the Larry Bird of NFL. Larry Bird had 3 MVPs.
And that'll never happen again.
Never happen again. J.J. Watt, Houston Texans.
No.
Who is it?
Andre Johnson.
Okay.
Andre Johnson.
Okay. I would side with J.J. Watt. Peyton Manning, Colts, or are you Johnny Unitas guy?
I looked at Johnny Unitas. I looked at some other players that were really good. Played against Dwight Freeney was good. Robert Mathis was really good. Because also you got to look at Peyton. He missed some time, and then he leaves. Then he gets cut. And then he goes and finishes with Denver. So, but Peyton is Peyton. I'm taking Peyton.
Nobody went Lydell Mitchell. Okay. Fred Taylor for Jacksonville?
Facts.
Okay.
The only other one you could take, would be Tony Baselli.
Tony Baselli, but
he didn't play long enough. Not nearly enough. Fred Taylor is he's arguably the most complete running back to ever play this game.
Yeah, that's a good debate too. But I think he's the Jacksonville rep for sure. Kansas City, Patrick Holmes.
He's got 3.
Yeah, I don't know how you can.
Yeah, he's got 3. Don't give me.
You can be a Len Dawson fan all you want. You can be a Willie Lanier fan all you want.
You can.
That's great, but he's the guy.
Yep.
The Raiders, I think, is wrong.
Howie, is that who you're going with?
I was going with Charles Woodson.
No, Marcus Allen.
Yeah, I'm going with Charles Woodson.
Marcus Allen has legitimately the 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got the 6th most touchdowns in NFL history. He also won the Super Bowl. He also was MVP of that Super Bowl. Charles Woodson was a damn good player. Injuries and bad regimes kind of stagnated his production when he was a Raider, and then he got to a good team, and we saw what happened with the Packers. But I take Marcus
But individually, he was fantastic still with the Raiders. So I would go with Charles Woodson as the Raiders. Marcus Allen,
Super Bowl MVP and MVP.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not saying Marcus Allen isn't great. This is the beauty of the debate,
It
right?
is.
They've had some. I mean, I know people wouldn't feel it now, but they've had some unbelievable players. Dave Casper was a great tight end, right? Gene Upshaw may not have been very good for the Players Association, but he was a fantastic guard.
So this goes back to the conversation then. Are we talking about who's the best player or who was the best player when he played for that team?
Best player for that team.
Okay, that's Marcus Allen.
Okay.
If you say best player, it's Woodson.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Chargers.
It ain't LT for me, and as crazy as LT's numbers are, 13,000 yards. I played with him. I was on the same squad. Like, he broke the touchdown record, 34, if you will, all that. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if I'm taking him over Kellen Winslow Sr. I don't know if I'm taking him over his teammate, Antonio Gates.
Right. That's where my mind is at.
Yeah,
Antonio Gates.
Shout out to Detroit, man. Give me AZ, man. I played against him in high school, Little League, and in the NFL. Give me AZ. Like, he's all-time leader in touchdowns for a tight end.
Do you think he's better? So you think he's better than Kellen Winslow?
Yes.
Okay.
Realistically. And also, too, one thing I know about AG, and you know this is where I always go when it comes to LT, I know I can rely on AG. I know AG is going to be there.
See, it's funny you say that because for me, that's the concern. I've always liked LaDainian Tomlinson. You have been kind enough to share some stories with us that makes me think he's as good as he was, and is great. I'll say great. As great as he was, is he that great? because of what you've said, and I'm like, I'm not sure he is.
Yeah, people be dogging Barry for what he did in the playoffs. I mean, didn't have that many cracks at him. But
The only other name I thought of was Lance Alworth.
Wide receiver.
Lance Alworth might be the greatest wide receiver of all time there. Rams, I agree with Aaron Donald. I think he's the best who ever played at his position.
When you're comparing a player to Lawrence Taylor, that says all you need to say.
Right.
Only other person would be Deacon Jones.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, Deacon Jones and Merlin Olsen together were unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I used to watch.
It's not Matt Stafford?
It's not Matt Stafford.
He won a Super Bowl.
I know he did. So did Aaron Donald. There was a name that I thought of, and then I realized, I liked Jack Youngblood, but he wasn't what Aaron Donald was, and he wasn't what Deacon Jones was.
His name's cooler than Aaron Donald.
It is, and it's cool that he also played on a broken leg. If you ever want to see some really cool uniforms, go back to when Roman Gabriel, Deacon Jones, and Merlin Olsen, the white and blue instead of the yellow and blue. Miami, I don't think there's even a debate there.
Marino.
Yeah.
What about a
Larry Little?
Zonka. I'm messing with
I know. I think Larry Little was probably better than Larry Zonka was.
He got some really good receivers.
Yeah.
Mercury Morris was out there too. You got Cooper. You got Clayton.
Remember, you had a three-headed tailback situation back then because you had Jim Kick. All right, we got to get going here. I'm sorry, we could take all day. Randy Moss, I know that's an automatic for you.
Yep.
I would probably go Fran Tarkenton. Patriots, Tom Brady for sure. Drew Brees, Lawrence Taylor. The Jets.
Yes.
Darrell Revis for sure. Okay. I have Braylon Edwards. Philadelphia,
look at my brother.
Reggie White, yes. Pittsburgh.
Or is it Jason Kelsey?
Philadelphia?
Yeah.
No, it's Reggie. It's Reggie White.
I'm just saying, 10 years, 9 All-Pros, 2 Super Bowls, 1. Once again, you go back to the championships. Because when I think Reggie, I think about the white and green.
Fair enough.
I'm not talking about Philly.
It's a great debate. How Pittsburgh?
Or yellow and white.
Are you in on Joe Green?
Yes. That for me, that's a no-brainer.
Okay. I thought Rod Woodson.
Two back-to-back MVPs, defensive MVPs. Nah.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Just bringing up other names. I got Joe Montana instead of Jerry Rice.
I feel you. I have no problem with that. You could have said Ronnie Lott. I would have no problem.
I would have a hard. Yeah. That's the hardest one for me because you got the greatest wide receiver of all time, and someone could say the greatest football player. You also have the greatest quarterback argument, and I would contend that Ronnie Lott's the greatest defensive back.
Yeah. You put all that together.
Okay, and I never saw Dick Night Train Lane play, but from all the times I've watched, and that's why I like Charles Woodson and Rod Woodson, to be honest with you. But Ronnie Lott, to me, is the complete package. I absolutely loved Ronnie Lott. That was hard for me. Seattle, where you played as well. Russell Wilson.
Now, this is where they just completely got it wrong.
Okay.
I know the quarterback gets the credit when you win Super Bowls, and I appreciate that.
Okay.
Ain't no way in hell we giving it to Russell Wilson over team guys he played with. I wouldn't give it to him over Earl Thomas. I wouldn't give it to him over Bobby Wagner. And that's just his team. But let's go a little further back and let's tell you about Steve Largent. Let's go a little further back and tell you about Walter Jones. For me,
Walter Jones is where I was.
100%. Yeah. So Steve Largent and Walter Jones would be 1 and 2. I'm going Walter Jones, Steve Largent.
Okay. Tampa, Derek Brooks.
Man, that Warren Sapp was on that team. Derek Brooks led it. Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
I could buy that. For
Tom
sure.
Brady. Tom Brady.
Tom Brady in 2 teams.
In 3 years, he had 3-5. Well,
no, it's Derek Brooks. You're right.
Trying to get there. It's Derek Brooks.
Tennessee/Houston.
Bruce Matthews. Tennessee / Earl Campbell.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
Earl Campbell.
Yeah.
If it's just Tennessee, Bruce Matthews, 90. They switched over in 97. They went to. He retired
who are you
in
thinking
90.
instead?
Well, I was thinking how long he played there. So 4 years. So then who had a longer career for the Titans? But I can't really think of anybody.
Chris Johnson would be the only name that.
But his 2K after that, it was like, I'm out of here. Yeah, Bruce Matthews for sure.
All right, and Washington, Darryl Green.
I was trying to find another name to supplant Darryl Green, but I mean, anytime you're 68 and still run a 4.4, you got it.
He's the man.
Yeah,
Darryl Green is one of the most underrated corners of all time.
His feet,
son of a gun.
I saw him do a drill. I was at the year that I went to the Pro Bowl. He was out there in some, facilitation helping capacity. And when we were practicing, if you can call it that, he was over there on the sideline doing some drills, and I was just watching. I said, why are your feet so good and why are you in such good shape? And he was 60 back then. He said, I just take care of myself, young blood, man. I'm always moving.
Such a great player. Yeah. And when everybody talks about small corners, and I'm not saying you should go draft small corners, all right? But keep that in mind. He was 5'9", $165.
The thing is, when I look back, a lot of franchises have a bunch of players that they can point, not a bunch of players too, but they got a couple players on our list where you're like, oh, maybe this guy, maybe this guy, maybe this guy. According to the Lions, it's like, well, it's this guy or this guy.
Yeah, exactly right. And by the way, anytime somebody says you got to have guys from big schools, mention Darryl Green, Texas A&M, Kingsville.
Jerry Rice, Mississippi Valley State.
Mississippi Valley State.
Okay, here's a better question, and we can be done with this one. Is there anybody on the current team that has a chance to dethrone Barry?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I'm selfish and I'm partial. I would say no.
So no to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Nope.
No to Panay Sewell.
Nope.
Jameer's not in his class to me,
nope.
So you won't hear that.
No, I don't think any of them are, and I would say those
what
two
about
guys are
Aiden?
the closest. Nope.
Okay.
Everybody's going to be a hard no.
Yeah.
Hard yes with the doc, though. Dr. Jeffrey Pierce joins us when we come back after a brief timeout. Braylon will take you the rest of the way as I head to the airport for a long
You know what? Then let's get Buddies and Lady Jane's then.
All right.
There you go.
We get that.
We already did Buddies, but I'll do it again because I love looking at that picture. You know, there's a lot of people who like looking at strange pictures. I like looking at the Buddies picture, but we've already done Buddies. But look at it. See how good that pizza looks? That is ham and sausage, and I'm all over that. I would love it. The salad, fantastic. And if you're getting ready for a watch party, Buddies is the place. It's the original, Detroit's original style pizza. And they've been doing it for a long time, 80 years. Nobody does it better. Buddies and buddies.com. And nobody cuts your hair better than Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 till 8, 7 days a week. You can walk in anytime. It is wicked awesome. What do you get? You get a clean shop, a lovely lady cutting your hair, a fair price, and they know that your time is valuable. They get you in, they'll get you out looking better than ever before. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men.
No side effects, no mistake. Chill Sub-Zero, icy and true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play. Chill Sub-Zero.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shaq Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, you know, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well,
Why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won.
David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Head to woodwardsports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. Woodwardsports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at woodwardsports.com.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
I tell you about Tasty Tuesdays as well as Sizzling Thursdays. Every day I come on this show, I'm going to take a different approach this time. Everything on the menu can be cooked to your perfection, man. Talking about Black Rock Bar and Grill, it is a sizzle above the rest. And they just do things the right way, whether it's the service, whether it's the freshness of the food. Now, I'm all about fresh food. So is Sweet Potato Cam. And that's what they do well. They do freshness. They do service. They cook things to your perfection. Whether you're talking about shrimp, you're talking about steak, you're talking about chicken, you're talking about ribs, you're talking about salads, soups, everything that they do it with a little bit of love, if you will. So they got the price points that fit. They have the service for you. Come on down, man. Make Black Rock your experience today.
And we back.
And we're back. You saw my man Shep had to get out of here, get to the West Coast. We appreciate him. Hope he makes his flight. And hope he travels well. You know, it's raining. It's a bit ugly outside right now. But let's not waste any more time. It is Thursdays. So you know who's here. Dr. Jeff Pierce, the Michigan Sports and Spine. Doc, what's up, man?
What up, though, Doc?
What up? What up? How we doing?
Oh, here we go, Doc. Doc,
what up, Doc?
Look,
can you hear?
There
you
you
hear me okay?
We can hear you now. What's up, Doc? Where you at? Where you hiding at this Thursday?
I'm back in Florida. Suffering
like
through this weather.
Oh, excuse us. You should see what our weather looks like.
Yeah, he has natural sunlight on him while we have clouds on
You
us.
see it? You can see it.
You can see
The
it.
skin is radiating. What's going on, Doc? What's good in your world?
I just got back from San Diego. Alec had a big lacrosse tournament in San Diego. They could have done a little better. We had some injuries. There was actually a spotting of Dr. Pierce on the field during the games, which was kind of hilarious. You know how my kids are. They made fun of me. They videotaped me running onto the field. So that was their funny type of thing. We had an ACL tear and a shoulder dislocation, and keeping me busy, not letting me go into retirement that fast at this point.
What else is going on, man? You said your ACL and a shoulder tear. Jeez Louise, that's just keep them prayed up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it was sad. We could get into the studies about ACL, anterior cruciate ligaments, knee injuries. And the unfortunate thing is that he just got cleared 3 weeks ago from his left knee and totally cleared, and then he tears the opposite knee on a weird move. It was a non-contact thing, and it just makes me wonder. There's studies that are showing that ACL repairs are actually stronger than the opposite non-surgical knee. So this is kind of showing up that way. So I don't know what to tell you. I think there's some validity to it. You guys see me okay?
Yes, sir.
And when I had surgery, I know my right leg did get stronger than my left leg, which is my usual stronger leg. Did you see the news today? You saw, not today, but this week, David Montgomery no longer a Detroit Lion. That means that more load falls on Jahmyr Gibbs. What do you think is the difference in splitting the conversation, splitting the carries like he did these past 3 seasons versus what they're now going to ask of him? Is that going to change the way that Jahmyr plays the game from a contact standpoint, or he can rock and roll like he has been?
It's a wear and tear game, and we've talked about this. The running backs are taking the most wear and tear. They're the ones taking the most hits. They're the ones that take the punishment. They're the ones that execute that 70-mile-an-hour collision. You need to be able. I mean, I think it was a great 1-2 punch. I thought they had something 2 years ago. Last year it didn't show up as well. I don't know if it's because the offensive coordinator changed. I don't know what it was, but now it's not even an option. I think it is going to put a lot more strain on Gibbs. It's going to force him to throw the ball a little bit more. I think it'll become more predictable. I think losing Montgomery in the backfield is just a detriment to the Lions. And obviously it's going to put more stress, on Gibbs. Does it give him the showboat? No, I think he had enough touches. I mean, these guys were just a dynamic duo, and I don't see any positives in it. But hopefully, there's no major injuries because of the utilization of Gibbs. I think he's going to prepare. There's going to be I don't even know who the next running back up is. Who's our next running back?
That's a question.
As of right now, they're trying to figure it out. They don't know if it's Sione Baki. They don't know if it's what they don't know. So trying to figure that out, and that'll be a move they bring in. Doc, one of the big things about Brad Holmes and his drafting, if you will, a lot of times drafting injured players. Well, there's an injured player this year that is a damn good player. He fits a need that we have, but he has a little bit of that injured player situation. It's Caleb Downs from Ohio State. He has a degenerative ACL, partial meniscus tear. That equals a red flag. What are your thoughts? Do we make too much about Brad Holmes drafting injured players, or is there something to it?
I mean, what have I done historically? Historically, I've always tried to find the glass half full, right?
You have.
So this is a guy that knows he's got what they're calling a degenerative knee. He's too early to have a degenerative knee, so I really don't like that. Does he have some micro tears that are visible? Does he have some advanced stuff? He's never been put out. He's never had surgery. He's just a guy who's playing, and he needs to play more maturely, meaning he's got to be more self-aware of his body. A lot of the comments that are coming out of the combine is, he has the degenerative knee, but his football smarts are making up for a lot of it. This guy's got unbelievable football smarts. He's got the energy. He's got the abilities. I mean, there's stuff right now. There's secret sauces. There's other stuff. Yep. Degenerative knee, it shouldn't be a concern if the guy mentally is there. I always talk about what's his mental picture. I think his mental picture, what we see. Granted, he played for Ohio State, so we always question their mental capacity. But overall,
shots fired.
Overall, I think I don't have a problem unless there's something on that MRI that's really showing it, or on that examination, where I think something did come out in the examination. Did he have extra arthritic changes? Did he have crepitus? Did he have locking? I didn't hear any of that. I just heard the word degenerative knee or degenerative ACL. What does that mean? There's stuff, not to throw the secret sauce out there, but there's secret sauce stuff now that helps these guys recover and be as strong as ever. So if he's going to work harder because of that and get his money, because this guy's going for a contract. That knee is his livelihood. He's going to put the time in to make sure it doesn't hold him back. Would I sign him for a long-term contract right out of the gate? No, but nobody does as a rookie. But I think the guy has an added value. Like they've said in the combine, this guy's going to add football smarts, as a rookie to whatever team he's going to play for.
Yeah,
so I don't have a big hesitation for him.
All right, good. Those football smarts, they serve you well when you're hurt and on the bench. Getting to the last thing, and this is about Cade. We're going to always bring it back to the Pistons. One of the teams that's trailing them is the Boston Celtics. And we just got news from ESPN that there is Jason Tatum coming back, having his first game tomorrow night. What are your thoughts on Jason Tatum coming back in March after tearing his Achilles last year in the playoffs? So that would have been around end of April, early May. He tore his Achilles, and now he's back in March. Probably because his boy is balling out. He doesn't like it from afar. But what are your thoughts on him actually being an impact? Because this impacts the Detroit Pistons to a certain extent.
Well, it definitely impacts the Pistons. I don't think he's coming back 100%. I think they want to get him game ready, get him going, so he is running hard for the playoffs. Is he coming back prematurely? I don't think it's prematurely. I mean, everybody expected it 1 year, so he's at 10 months. So he's 2 months ahead of schedule. That means he was dedicated. He wants to be out there. He had good surgical repair. He probably did use some of the secret sauce, some of the stuff that's out there now to speed up his recovery, which is becoming very common. And I'm not so surprised about the 10 months as opposed to 12 months. The thing is, will he get his basketball legs behind him? They got 22 games right now. 22 games is pretty good to slowly get back into, unfortunately for the Pistons, it's a good, if I'm advising the Celtics, this is probably what we'd be advising. Let's get him, he's going to be limited minutes. He's going to slowly get back in the routine of the offense and be ready 22 games later for a playoff run, which the Pistons are going to, we're going to feel the Celtics, but hopefully someone will knock them out before we get to them.
All right, here we go. Last question from us, Doc. Let's bring it back to the Red Wings. Todd McClellan this past weekend talked about the March situation, if you will, last 2 seasons for the Red Wings. He says to hell with that. This is the Red Wing team. Now we'll focus on what this team does in March. What are your thoughts on the Red Wings, how they're playing now, and what they look like the last 2 seasons in March compared to now?
Well, I really don't know what the fall-off was the last 2 seasons in March. It's not like it was injury-related. It was almost locker room related or attitude or something or coaching or expectations. I don't know, but I believe they are a new Red Wing team. I do believe that Larkin is coming in with a whole different attitude, especially seeing what it's like to winning that Olympic gold. Does he take on a leadership role? I saw him having a leadership role with the Olympic team, who are considered, the best in the world at this point. He should be able to be a leader out there, one by example. I just think there's a level of maturity of this team, which we're seeing throughout the season. I don't have any woes about, we're going to have repeats of the last 2 years. I think this is an individual team that's taking on a different attitude. I think they're all a little bit more mature. They have some experience of failing. And it's bitter in their gut. That failure the last 2 years is bitterness in their gut. It hopefully escalates them to where they need to be with no mental scarring. You know how I love talking about mental scarring. Hopefully Larkin's going to just, you got to push through that wall. And I think this is their moment to prove that they're going to be able to push through that wall. I mean, it was upsetting they lost in overtime yesterday, but I think they got a lot of things going positive in their way at this point.
Well, you heard it from Doc. The Red Wings are much more mature than the last 2 seasons, and that is why he trusts them. And that's something I can get with. And we appreciate you guys. Actually, appreciate you, Doc, for always joining us on Thursdays, and you can stay for the sign-off. Everybody, it's all about you. Fans, we appreciate you guys for always tuning in, getting the chat going, getting it cracking, having your own conversations, if you will. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow it'll be Anson Wells, who I haven't been with for a while. So a lot of jokes, a lot of good time, and we'll have some fun giveaways, man. For my man, Sweet Potato Cam. For Kool-Aid, my right hand, for Dr. Jeff Pierce, as well as Matt Shepard, I'm Braylon Edwards, and this is the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep. We'll see you tomorrow. Let's go. See you, Doc.
Looking for your daily sports fix? Look no further. Join Braylon Edwards, the University of Michigan legend.
Lofting it, right corner of the end zone for Braylon, up in the air. Touchdown, Michigan!
And Shep.
Do you believe this comeback?
Your favorite sports commentator as they tackle the hottest topics in the world of sports. Catch the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep, Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network. Get ready to laugh, learn, and love sports like never before.